Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here with a heart quilt block. Not wonky necessarily, not even scrappy, just a plain and simple heart block. I have seen many heart blocks and a lot of them look pretty much the same, but people will do them different ways, paper piecing, or some people cut out all the pieces, or some people snowball corners and the fabric gets wasted. And I thought, we can do this without any waste and without paper piecing by making two half square triangles and our flying geese. Now we will only need 2 flying geese for 1 heart. We will be making 4, so the other 2 can go to the next heart that you make. And I'm assuming you can do this scrappy, but I'm not, because I want you to be able to really see the heart. We're going to see how it comes out. And I practiced on construction paper so I could get the sizes right. And it took me a few tries to get it all to work. And I got it to work on paper, so I hope I remember what I did. Here we go. You are going to need whatever you want for the heart. A 5-inch square, and then your background, a 5-inch square. Then you are going to need a 5.5-inch square for the heart and 4 3-inch squares for the background. And like I said, it's going to make 4 flying geese, but you'll be ahead of the game. If you want to make 2 blocks all at once, then you could cut 2 5-inch squares of heart, 2 5-inch squares of background, and you'd have all the pieces to make 2. I'm only going to make 1 block in this video. And then I'm thinking of putting a border around it, but I want to make the block first. Let's start with the very easy half square triangles, and I'm going to just draw a line on the diagonal. You can use whatever you want to draw because we're cutting on the line, so it will not show. And we are just going to put these right sides together. I'm using a tone-on-tone. Very hard to see what the right side is on these. And I always say, if you can't tell, nobody else can either. So just pick a side. This is a nice, almost looks like stones or something. Right sides together. And we are sewing on each side of that line, 1/4 inch. Then we just cut on the line. And like I said, if you want to do 2 blocks at once, you could go ahead and do that again. And you would end up with 4 half square triangles. I'm sure scrappy would work too. I just didn't want to, really think about it too much right now. And now we are going to put these aside for a second. Now let's take our 3-inch squares of background, and I'm going to do a diagonal on each one of those. On the wrong side, of course. And we are going to take our 5.5-inch square. I have a video to do the flying geese, so I'm not going to explain too much here, but you're just going to put a square in each corner with the diagonal line going this way, and we're sewing 1/4 inch on each side of the line. And we cut on the line. After you fold back, you get this like foxy looking thing. Now we are going to take another 3-inch square, and I like to send it in on the point. It's easier that way. Again, right sides facing, you're going to sew 1/4 inch on each side of the line. I got that done. I had to change the bobbin in the process. I don't know if you'll see that in the video or if that will get edited out. But now we cut on the line for this. And like I said, one of these can get put aside. Let's just take this one. So we need 2 little flying geese. And hopefully that's going to fit on our half square triangles. So we're going to be putting it together like this. We're done with the individual little pieces and we just need to put it together. Huh? Not like that. Yes, like that. So your 2 heart pieces go this way, like that. Back you up a little bit. That's the bottom of the heart. And then you get a flying geese on top of each piece. Look at that. Looky, looky. I think it's going to be cute. Now you can cut your little dog ears off, and that makes it easier to line up. So let's just sew this one to here and this one to here. And I'm going to just leave my little dog ears on. I think I can line up without trimming. Now I will trim these center dog ears just so I can see what I'm doing. All right, now I'm just going to sew that together. I guess I'll aim for trying to match up the intersection there at the top, but I don't think it really needs to be, because like I said, we can always just say it's wonky. This is adorable. It ends up being about 8.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall, which is rectangular, not square. So I want to turn it into a square, which is why I said I could add borders. And I would absolutely want more background before joining these. You could join them. It would be right heart to heart. And also, when we add something to this, we could lose our points, and that's fine because we don't have to have all pointy hearts. We could lose, all the points around the edges. So I'm going to build it taller because it's a rectangle. So I'm going to add 2.5-inch strips on the top and bottom and only 1.5-inch strips on the sides. And I think I'm going to start with the side strips. So let's do 1.5. I just cut a 1.5-inch strip, and I'm going to just do some on each side. I did lose a little bit of my points, and not in an even way. This one has a lot of point missing. This one not so much. Guess what? I'm okay with that. I have to be, right? And I'm just going to eyeball trim this. Ow! I almost cut my thumb. And now let's do a 2.5 on top and bottom. I am going to press this and trim it, and then I'll show you what we've got. You guys, this came out so nice. It looks so much better as a square and not a rectangle, and with that extra background around it. I really like this. I was hoping for a 10-inch finished size after trimming, and I could trim in this direction, but it was close. In this direction, I was just a little shy of 10 inches. And, we all have different seam allowances. Some people are more generous than others. So I'm going to suggest, if you would like a 10-inch finished square, I think it's really impressive, this size. Instead of 1.5 and 2.5-inch strips, do the side strips 2 inches, and then do the top and bottom 3 inches. and then you'll have plenty of wiggle room to square these up. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop here. I'll take a few pictures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe, and I will be back with more soon. Bye.